And girl, this is AJ and I'm back again with another Sunday market review. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the pairs that I'm looking for the week ahead. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the trades that I took over the last week from the Sunday market review I did last Sunday. So first, let's look at USDCAD, which I took on this little. I was actually looking for a trade over here, however I missed it, but I then ended up taking this pullback over here with 22 pips stop loss and 94 pips stop target, take profit target. However, this was a stop loss move to profit as I was in a lot more profit, but I moved my stop loss to about 90 pip profit and then I got taken out. So that was total of 4.11% profit. Well, let's say 4%, and then I took about 3 more positions on EURAUD. Now this wasn't on my watch list last week, but there are actually quite a lot of other pairs that I look at, but I went ahead and took this position. I actually ended up missing a position over here which was also in my plan, but I ended up missing it, so I took another pull back here with about 50 pips stop loss, and as again I moved my stop loss to profit to around about 2% in profit, and then I got quickly taken out. And then I was taking these two more trades, which, well, first of all, let me go ahead over this. I saw this bearish engulfing candle. I entered at the end of this candle and I was quickly within 2 hours taken out of my position with 1% loss. And then it was Friday, so I took another position which I actually ended up closing in break even because I didn't want to hold this trade over the weekend because there could be a gap in the market. So this was break even, this was minus, and this was 2%, and the previous was 4%, so that's 6% in total. And then there was also another, this was another big trade that I took, was with around 265 pips with 61 pips stop loss, another 4.31%. So that's also another. It came up around 9 point something percent, but last week was great. And let's see what we have for the week ahead. Let's delete all of this. Oh, I would like to put a disclaimer out. This is all my opinion. My trades is just for trading and teaching purposes, I guess, or just for my journaling. So please do not take these trades. So yeah, anyways, so as mentioned last week, I cannot put any of my technical analysis out, as I'd like to keep my strategy to myself. It's not because I'm trying to create a course, but it's because I do work with certain traders who also I mentor and trade my money. So if you would like to get yourself a mentor and not risk your own money and trade with my money, please get in touch. There will be contact details below. And also like, subscribe, comment, do whatever, all the good stuff. So let's go ahead and look at your USD. As you can see, as I mentioned last week, I was looking for a push to the upside and then down to these lows, and I was looking for a sell position from this area, which we didn't get. We trickled our way down, so I drew this trend line, which is still valid. Although we did push back up on Friday, I do believe we could be forming this and then coming back up using this trend line as a shield. And from these lows, I will be looking for buy setups, as ultimately our long-term target is buy. Although right now we're in a bit of no man's land, so I won't be taking any position as of yet. I will just be monitoring the price action and taking a long position from these lows. I'll look for a buy signal, for example, low test candle, 3-pin formation, or bullish engulfing candle, and then I'll take a long position from here to all the way these highs. Now, will I be holding this long trade all the way here? Possibly not, probably not. But these are the inflection points that I would be looking for if I do end up taking long position. So next up is USDCAD, and as I mentioned last week, we are looking for a downside move in this pair. There's ample of downside move left over. It's too much, around 1100, probably even more, around 2000 pips. And as I mentioned last week, we were somewhere around here, I believe, and I mentioned the price could trickle up, make a double top, and then fall. But looking at the price action right now, the price doesn't seem very convincing that it's just ready to go down. Yes, it is. It came up, it made a head and shoulder pattern. Well, it's making a right shoulder pattern right now, which indicates it's gonna fall. However, it's just not very good price action right now. So I am gonna hold back and look for a little bit more developed price action to take it to the downside. However, what I see happening is either another push back up and then go down, or ideally, because we didn't break these highs, I would ideally like for the price to come back up, touch these highs, and then fall. That would be very good. That's pretty much like God's given gift. So we could literally capitalize from here all the way to the bottom. That would make a huge scoop up, and that would be a very good entry. And if that was to happen, we would take a position from here with around 40 pip stop loss. You could even go lower. This is 30. This is insane. Now, definitely we won't be taking this position in one go. What we would be doing is adding on shorts from every pullback, or whichever pullback seems clearer. But yeah, there's too much pips to capitalize on in this pair. However, for the week ahead, we will sit back and monitor how this price action develops. If it comes back up here to touch these highs again, I would be taking a entry from the highs, and then I'll be just riding the price down. And then, as I mentioned, the price doesn't seem so much clear, so I'll just be watching the price for now before taking a short position. But if I do happen to take a short position, I would put it up in the recap. I would try and do it somewhere in the middle of the week, Tuesday or Wednesday, rather than wait until I've taken the position and then Sunday show you guys. So next up is USDCHF. USDCHF, also another very good pair, which I believe is actually ready for the week ahead. Whereas USDCAD, there is still some time for it to develop. But if you look at USDCAD, it's pretty much exactly same as DXY, dollar index. If you zoom in and I'll show you, do you see this move up, down, and making a corrective pattern? We can see the exact same thing on USD Swiss. Now, if you look at daily time frame, we're going to be using this trend line as a shield that is still bearish market, still in the bearish market, and that's what we're expecting with DXY to fall lower. However, would I be taking a short position from the price it's at right now? Probably not, as it's Sunday, so the market could be gapping to the down or up. However, this Friday, this was a very good price to be entering short at, but because there was weekend, I didn't want to get involved, as there's so much move to the downside. I could capitalize from any pullback or swing high. So I'll be waiting for the market to open up, give me a general direction, possibly even come back up and touch these highs, make a triple top, or even touch this trend line and then go lower, as this would be a very good ascending wedge to enter from. And oops, let me cross this out. So this is what I'm expecting from USDCHF, and my first inflection point would be these areas or these areas. So if we entered from, if the price comes back up and we enter from here with around about, let's say 31 pip stop loss, if you're on 1 hour time frame and you're looking for entry, you can even get it down to 20 pip or so. To these lows, it would be around about 6%, and to these 9%. Now if you hold on to it all the way to these lows, will be around 15 to 16% with more scale-ins. So as you can see, you don't need to be watching too many pairs, you don't need to be entering too many trades to capitalize on. You can literally just look at 1 or 2 good trades, high value trades, and then just keep on capitalizing, scaling in to those positions and make money. And let's have a look at another pair, EURAUD, which is also another amazing pair to the downside. And let's use this tool again, measure up to these lows. There's still around 900 pips left. Now this pair moves very aggressively, so let's delete all of this. As you can see, there's all of this move left that we need to empty space, that we need to cover from here. So the move is definitely to the downside. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I did take short position on this pair. So the next move for the week ahead, I am also looking to add more short positions because I got taken out with a little bit of profit. So I am also looking forward to entering more short positions. I would be looking for this price action to develop a little more, possibly enter at this resistant area again and take this price all the way to the downside. And there will be more pullbacks, more little scoops where I could be entering shorts again and capitalizing on. And if I was to give you my inflection points on where my take profit would be, I would be taking profit somewhere around this support area. So that's around about, from the high to this, around 700 pips. Now EURNZD and EURAUD are very highly correlated. Now they move quite identical. As you can see, the price action is pretty much same with EURAUD and EURNZD, but EURAUD seems a better price action, whereas in EURNZD, as you can see, the price is still within this range. So I do think this needs a little bit of development, because this could easily just come back down, come back up, and touch these highs again before falling, whereas EURAUD, I believe, is still already ready to fall lower. That is it, guys. These are some of the pairs that I'm looking forward for the week ahead. If you guys liked it or disliked this video, please give a thumbs up if you did, and thumbs down if you didn't. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, or whatnot. I'll put all the details down below. If there's any question that you would like to ask me, I'm very approachable. You can ask me on Instagram, Snapchat, or even in the comments below, and I will do all my best to reply as soon as possible. Alternatively, if you would like to learn from me and actually get mentorship, where I will make sure whoever is determined, whoever is willing to put the time and effort in, I will teach them. Not only that, I will also give you the opportunity to trade my money, because most of the traders tend to fail because of small capital, whereas the minimum capital we will be providing, or I will be providing, is around £25,000. Depending on how well you do, I will be adding on more capital. So if you guys want a mentorship, as I'm not very good at recording and teaching online, I will be doing a Zoom call or Skype call with you guys and going ahead and teaching you everything that I know. Now, there are about 3 to 4 different strategies we use, which none of them I reveal on YouTube. But once you do come on, my goal is to make sure I turn a complete new person into a full-time trader. If you're interested, please do message me, write me, or anything you want. And that's it. Thank you very much. See you next week.